ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special presentation of our tennis coverage. We are figuratively live in the intensity of the Middle East swing, and tonight the global tennis community focuses its attention on the Aviation Club Tennis Center. On the surface, this looks like a routine round of 64 matchup. But when you look closer, when you examine recent performance, ranking momentum, and their shared history, you uncover one of the most fascinating storylines of the 2026 season so far. The date is February 15th, 2026. The setting is the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships, a WTA 1000 tournament known for exposing the unready and rewarding the fearless. Tonight, beneath the bright lights of center court, two rising talents collide, players who are currently sitting almost side by side in the world rankings. Representing the United States is Hailey Baptiste, the 24-year-old power-based player who may be playing the best tennis stretch of her career over the past 10 days. She enters this draw carrying serious motivation. Why? Because she is officially in the event as a lucky loser. She fell in the final round of qualifying only yesterday. Yet now she has been handed a second chance in the main draw. She is dangerous, battle-tested, and hungry for redemption. On the opposite side stands the pride of the Philippines, Alexandra Eala. At just 20 years old, she has moved beyond being labeled a future prospect. She is now a real contender, currently sitting at a career high, ranking around world number 40. She arrives after a quarterfinal appearance in Abu Dhabi, a run that silenced doubters and energized fans. She also carries a mental advantage, having defeated Baptiste in their only previous meeting on the grass courts of Eastbourne last year. This is more than a first-round encounter. This is a fight for positioning inside the top 40. This is strength versus accuracy. The heavy American serve facing the relentless Filipino return game. It is 11 p.m. for millions watching in Manila and primetime in Dubai. Tonight we break down every layer. We examine Baptiste's surge in Abu Dhabi, where she defeated top 20-level opponents. We study Eala's left-handed forehand, now considered one of the most dangerous shots among the younger generation on tour. We analyze court speed, night humidity, the psychology of being a lucky loser, and what victory here could mean for the direction of the 2026 season. Get ready. The draw is wide open, the pressure is enormous, and both players are prepared. This is a full deep dive into Baptiste versus Eala. Let's begin. To understand how unpredictable tonight's match could be, we must first understand the environment. The Middle East swing, moving from Abu Dhabi to Doha and then to Dubai, is one of the toughest physical stretches on the calendar. The desert conditions matter. Dubai courts are historically faster than Indian Wells, but they become tricky at night. Once the sun sets, the air cools, the ball moves slightly differently through the air, and the bounce can stay lower. For Hailey Baptiste, who depends heavily on topspin and a kicking serve, night sessions can be both helpful and challenging. For Alexandra Eala, who prefers taking the ball early and flattening out her backhand, these conditions often match her aggressive counterpunching style. Both players arrive after deep runs in Abu Dhabi just last week. This is important. Normally, early round matches feature players searching for rhythm. Not tonight. Both Baptiste and Eala are match-ready. They have logged hours of high-level tennis in the last 2 weeks. They are adjusted to the time zone, the climate, and the pressure. Let's shift focus to Hailey Baptiste. If you have not followed her closely since the start of 2026, you are missing one of the strongest comeback narratives among American players. Coming into this season, Baptiste was often described as extremely talented but inconsistent. That storyline changed in Abu Dhabi. She did not simply win matches. She broke down opponents tactically. She reached the semifinals, her first at WTA 500 level, defeating players like Emma Navarro and Ludmila Samsonova. Those are major victories. Her game revolves around a powerful first serve and a forehand capable of controlling rallies from almost anywhere on court. When Baptiste is playing confidently, she can take time away from opponents completely. But we must talk about her lucky loser situation. Just 24 hours ago, Baptiste lost in the final qualifying round to Rebecca Shramkova, 6-3, 7-5. Mentally, that is difficult. You prepare to leave. Then suddenly you get another opportunity. History shows lucky losers can be very dangerous. They play without pressure. They feel like they already got a second chance. Baptiste now gets a free shot at this tournament. A confident Baptiste playing freely after a semifinal run is a scary opponent for anyone. She has rhythm from qualifying, familiarity with the courts, and nothing to lose. Now we move to Alexandra Eala. The 20-year-old Filipino left-hander is currently sitting at a career-best ranking near number 40. Just 1 year ago, discussions were about her breaking into the top 100. Now she is seed level in smaller tournaments and a dangerous unseeded threat in big WTA 1000 events. Her Abu Dhabi performance was eye-opening. She reached the quarterfinals and pushed top competition to the limit. But the real story is how she wins matches. Eala has developed a mental toughness beyond her age. Recently against Alexandra Sasnovich, she trailed 4-0 in the final set, saved match points, and still came back to win. That level of mental strength cannot be taught. That is champion mentality. Eala's playing style is particularly difficult for right-handed power hitters like Baptiste. Her lefty cross-court forehand drags opponents wide into the ad court, opening space down the line for winners. Against Baptiste, who owns a solid two-handed backhand but can be rushed under pressure, this pattern could be decisive. Eala also benefits from strong crowd support. The Filipino community in the UAE is large. Whenever Eala plays in Dubai or Doha, it often feels like a home crowd environment similar to Manila. The energy inside center court tonight could lean heavily toward Eala. How Baptiste manages that atmosphere could shape the opening set. Looking at their head-to-head history, they have played once before. June 2025, Eastbourne grass courts. Eala won in 3 sets, 6-7, 7-6, 6-1. That scoreline tells an interesting story. The first 2 sets were extremely tight, but in the deciding set, Eala pulled away physically and mentally. However, hard courts are different from grass. Grass favors flatter shots like Eala's drives. On Dubai hard courts, the ball sits up slightly more, possibly giving Baptiste more time to unleash her forehand. Key tactical battles will decide this match. Baptiste's second serve is critical. If her first serve percentage drops below 60%, she becomes vulnerable. Eala is aggressive on return and likes stepping inside the baseline. Weak second serves will be attacked immediately. Rally length is another factor. Baptiste prefers short points, serve plus 1 strike tennis. Eala thrives in longer exchanges. If rallies extend beyond 6 shots, Eala's chances increase significantly. Her goal will be to stretch points, move Baptiste across the court, and test her movement, especially considering Baptiste has played many matches across qualifying and main draw recently. The mental aspect is also huge. Baptiste is coming off a qualifying loss. Eala is coming off recovery time after Abu Dhabi. Eala is fresher. Baptiste is sharper for matches but could be fatigued. The question becomes who breaks mentally first. Now, looking at ranking implications. Why is this round of 64 match so important? Rankings. Both players are hovering near world number 40. On the WTA Tour, the difference between rank 40 and rank 30 is enormous. It can mean the difference between being unseeded at Grand Slams and securing a top 32 seed, avoiding elite players in early rounds. A win here provides valuable WTA 1000 points. For Eala, a deep run could push her into the top 35 or even top 30, strengthening her position as one of the leading Asian players of her generation. For Baptiste, it confirms that her Abu Dhabi success was real and sustainable. This is like a 6-point match in football terms. They are direct competitors for similar ranking territory. So where does this leave us? We have all the ingredients for a classic contest. Contrasting playing styles. The American power player versus the Filipino strategist. Strong storylines. The lucky loser chasing redemption versus the rising star seeking confirmation of her arrival. The atmosphere of a Dubai night crowd ready to react to every shot. If you look at predictions, this match is extremely close. Baptiste has the power to dominate if she catches fire. But Eala brings consistency, the left-handed advantage, and confidence from their previous match. My prediction is a long match. Likely 3 sets. Momentum shifts. Baptiste could grab a set through unstoppable serving. But Eala's movement, consistency, and crowd support might give her a small edge overall. But never count out Hailey Baptiste. She has shown resilience this week that most players show across an entire season. The players are warming up. The umpire is seated. The round of 64 at the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships is about to begin. Stay locked in. This is more than a tennis match. This is the next generation of the WTA Tour competing live. For this deep analysis, I'm your host. Enjoy the match.